Hello, everybody. Joshua Heston of Dark Ozarks.
Lisa Martin of Dark Ozarks.
We're on location in Phelps Grove Park in Springfield, Missouri.
Yes. It's chilly.
It is chilly. January in Phelps Grove. This seems to be the time of year that we visit Phelps Grove Park, and pretty much the same time of night.
Yes, we have a pattern going.
We do. Now, for folks who are familiar with Springfield, I think most are familiar with this park.
Yes.
It's been here since 1916. Is that correct? 1920?
1914, the pavilion, 1916.
Okay. And so obviously a long time.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful park.
It really is.
Generations of Springfield families have come out to this park for a variety of reasons. Mm-hmm. And we've done some investigation here. As a quick note on the Facebook subscribers, which is only $4.99 a month. We're running some deals on that also, I believe.
Yes.
We're going to talk some about our candid paranormal impressions and experiences out here, but here on regular Facebook land, etc., and on social media and media at large, we're talking about the history of Phelps Grove Park. And there's a lot of history that goes back well before this became a park.
Yes, actually, before this was actually Springfield proper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was, and when the park opened, this was outside of town.
It was. Grant was the south end.
And some interesting things, just interesting bits of trivia about the park. For a short time, the zoo was here.
Yes, the first location.
Right. Apparently there were alligators around here somewhere.
Alligators, buffalo, and I'm not sure if they moose down Fast Night Creek or what, but
and Fast Night Creek runs right through here as well. The pavilion, which is behind us, get it in the right angle here. There we go. Yeah. When you see the entire pavilion, if you are residents or familiar with downtown Hollister, it might look familiar. If you're familiar with the depot,
yes,
the historic train depot, both structures were built by architect Archibald Torbett. Yes. And remembering all these various bits and pieces. But apparently he also designed the historic courthouse in Springfield.
Yes, which is very beautiful. I've actually practiced law in it.
It's a gorgeous building. Mm-hmm. And I do, just as a side note, I love Victorian Edwardian era structures, mm-hmm, for the obvious fact that they were built to last forever. Mm-hmm. But going back in time, going back to the Phelps farm, this space that we're standing on is very significant during the Trans-Mississippi Theater,
yes,
in the Civil War and the Civil War in Missouri.
Yes, this was part of the Phelps farm, and John Phelps, who was a congressman at the time the war broke out, became a colonel in the Union Army, and his operations were based mainly out of Rolla, and his wife kind of held down the fort at home. And then Wilson's Creek happened, and she had to get creative.
Right, and creative she did.
Yes, she did.
And of course, Wilson's Creek, the Battle of Wilson's Creek, was fought in August of 1861, mm-hmm, just a little bit to the south, mm-hmm, of our present location, and notable for a number of reasons, but notable in sort of that war trivia, mm-hmm, in the fact that it was the location of the first death of a Union General Nathaniel Lyon.
Yes. And they had to get creative to protect his body, because at the conclusion of the battle, they were behind enemy lines.
Yes. And so what did they do?
Well, Mrs. Phelps buried him, mm-hmm, in her root cellar.
Yes, and kept him there
for over 2 years.
And then ultimately, Lyon's remains were taken back to Connecticut, but they were kept, and it was here on this farm, correct?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was her personal root cellar. Yes, on the farm.
And this as their farm, their house was not terribly far from where we're standing.
No, not very far.
So, and Phelps, I believe, has been seen, or believed to have been seen, as a ghost.
Yes, particularly noted to be at University Plaza, of all places.
Yes, wandering around in the atrium.
Yes.
Literally. So if you have...
in full uniform and regalia.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
It really is.
Oh, so you never know what sort of history that you're going to find, even just in a city park.
Right.
And we thank you for joining us, and we do invite you to check out the Facebook subscriber option. We're going to be on there talking a little bit more about some of the stranger things that may have happened here. We'll see.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll see y'all soon.